So I love that sound actually. I don't know why. And this is actually a really cool shaker cup. But today I'm gonna break that myth that you need to drink protein after your workouts to hit that anabolic window. The anabolic window, as we know it, doesn't really exist. And I know I'm sad too because I love drinking shakes after the workout. And I've heard it my whole life, right? Like at the gym, everyone says you gotta drink, 30 minutes to an hour after your workout or else you're not getting the most and you're leaving gains on the table and all that stuff. And I've grown up with that and that's been my philosophy for over 10 years now. But when it comes to things like that, I always want to look at what the science says and what evidence says and make a decision based off of that. Because people could tell you one thing, but it's only based off of what they know and what they do. And can't really use subjective data when you're trying to get to the truth. So first off, when it comes to science, when it comes to research, there's things that are going to come out today that can refute something that we believe for the last 20 years. Like for example, they might find some new weights or machine that's better for your chest than bench press. Who knows, right? So we can lose our beliefs very quickly in this field. The other thing is when it comes to research, there could be 10 people that say one thing, 10 people that say another thing, and they're on complete opposite ends, and they both have evidence for what they're stating. So you gotta kind of take everything with a grain of salt, do your own research, make your own decisions. But for the most part, if there's a consensus, right, then we should always go with that. So the consensus on drinking protein after your workout, it's just not there. I'm gonna argue for it, why there's some validity to it, why you can do it in special circumstances, and I'm also gonna argue against it. But at the end of the day, make your own decisions. If you really like drinking protein after your workouts and you feel like it's an easy way to up your daily protein, go for it. I'm just gonna argue against doing it for the sole purpose of getting bigger or gains, because that is false and that's not a good way to think. So, arguing for it. There's certain people that do need protein and carbs after the workout. So what happens is your body gets a spike in insulin after you work out. It lasts about 2 hours. Insulin brings carbs, glucose into your cells, energy back into your cells. So when you're working out, obviously you're burning up a whole bunch of energy and you have something called glycogen. Glycogen is the way that your body stores carbs, and as you're working out, your body starts to pull from storage to keep you moving. As you work out over an hour, you really burn through basically all those stores. Up to 2 hours, you have nothing left. So following that kind of workout, it would make sense to have a beverage with carbohydrates in it so that you replenish them, or a meal with a ton of carbs in it so that you could replenish those stores and recover your energy. That's one case where I'd be like, okay, it makes sense to have a post-workout shake, like right when you're done. If you're working out for an hour, 2 hours, especially if it's endurance related activities to replenish that energy, that glycogen, sure. The other circumstance is that if your body doesn't have enough glucose and glycogen to replenish your energy, it starts to pull from proteins and fats. If it's pulling from protein, you don't have that protein to rebuild the muscle. It's not a good thing. In people that are in fasted states, so for example, if you work out first thing in the morning, after not eating, 9 hours, 8 hours of sleeping, whatever it is, right? Your body is gonna have a tendency to pull more from protein, right? So it's gonna break down more protein than if you had eaten 4 to 5 hours before that workout. So if you have long periods of time where you're not eating and then going for a workout, it's also important to have that post-workout shake, because that's gonna kind of prevent that effect that your body has of breaking down the protein that's there, right? The other and third circumstance, which is super rare and doesn't apply to 99% of people, is people that work out twice a day and are hitting the same muscle group twice a day. So like really intense bodybuilders, athletes, whatever it is, those populations of people do need a post-workout shake too. Because if you're doing chest in the morning and then you're doing it again at night or in the afternoon, your chest muscles will have used so much energy in that morning workout that they're gonna need more energy for that second workout. It takes about 48 hours for your muscles to completely recover from an intense workout. So in that case, because you're working out twice, chest, twice in 24 hours, then yes, take a shake. You're gonna need it. Once again, those three situations are outliers. It doesn't apply to everybody. And I'm just focusing on that fact that bodybuilders or your trainers might say you gotta get the shake in right after the workout or you're not gonna get bigger, stronger, faster, whatever it is, all right? Those three populations, go for it. The last thing is I'm gonna try to argue against it, right? And I give you evidence. Down in the description box is a few articles that I looked up and they show that there's no evidence across a ton of studies that shows that the timing matters. The timing does not matter. What matters is the total amount of protein. So the first thing is, if you really examine those studies, what they're examining is someone that has the post-workout shake and someone that doesn't. What is the obvious difference between the two? The person that has the shake is getting more protein in their diet than the person that doesn't. That's why that group A will get results and group B won't, just because of the total amount of protein, not because they took it right after the workout. That's what the studies show over and over and over again, because they don't take group B and be like, all right, you guys are not gonna have the post-workout shake, but you're gonna have 30 grams of protein in another meal. They don't do anything like that. They just look at the post-workout and they're getting their data from that, which is not the complete story, right? The other thing is that a lot of those studies that show an effect, that show that drinking protein right after the workout gives results, it's in untrained people that, you know, may have been sedentary, sitting around doing nothing, or they've never been on a workout program before. They get results, obviously, not because of the shake, but because they're out of shape. So once again, you have to throw that out because you're not seeing the whole picture. What they should do, and what I have not found, is people that have been working out for 10 years and they take the post-workout shake and they control for total protein throughout the day, and they show that specific timing of the shake is what makes the difference, and that those people who are already super strong, have a ton of muscle, that they get results from that, which they can't prove that, right? So those are the things that you have to pay attention to when you hear that, yeah, it shows effects and this and that. It doesn't. It shows effects for specific people, and more importantly, and what you want to walk away from all this is it's total protein throughout the day. So in my other video, I told you, just try to hit grams of protein per pound of body weight. So if you're 160 pounds, get 160 grams throughout the day. You're gonna get results from that, right? The timing doesn't matter. You could have 40 grams throughout the day. It's more important to spread it throughout the day so you have a constant influx of protein, right? Rather than getting 160 grams in one meal, which is damn near impossible, but hey, you never know. But anyways, the timing doesn't matter. There's no evidence for it. It's only important for people that are the three that I talked about before. And just, sorry guys, you don't need the shaker bottle anymore. If you want to have the shake, it's cool, but do it just because you know you don't have time for a meal, or you really enjoy the shakes and it helps you to increase your protein intake. That's fine. That, I'm all for it. But if you're doing it for gains, it's just not correct, right? So that's it for today. I'm gonna see you next time. Take care.